Now, Congress MP Jairam Ramesh spoke to Times Now. This was an exclusive, a candid conversation from S.I.R. and Ram Mandir donation row to the issue of Pakistan, the INDI bloc and Rahul Gandhi's leadership. Don't miss this explosive and unfiltered interview here on Times Now. Listen in.
Thank you for speaking to Times Now, sir. First question is related to the electoral rolls because yesterday only the opposition parties have submitted a letter to the Chief Justice of India. 23 political parties have signed in this particular
including DMK and Aam
Aadmi Party, right?
So that's going to be your question.
Okay. But sir, the question which arises here is that you have been raising a question upon the Election Commission of India. You have questioned this entire exercise in the state of Bihar as well as West Bengal. But when this exercise was being conducted in Kerala as well as in Tamil Nadu, there was no such complaints which have been registered from your side. Now your government is there in power. So raising this particular question, do you believe that this is a political opportunism which the opposition is trying to do?
No. See, the BJP resorts to vote Chori and the S.I.R. manipulation in states where they are virtually knocking on the doors of power. There was no way that they could come to power in Kerala. There's no way they could have come to power in Tamil Nadu. But in West Bengal, they smelt power because they had done, it was a strong showing in the previous election and so on. So, this question that, when we win in Kerala, we don't complain. Right. When we lose in Bengal or Assam, we complain. This is the argument. This is the counter argument. This is the explanation that the BJP resorts to these tactics. Not on a universal basis, but in those areas where they find that they are in a position to come to power. They did it in Haryana, they did it in Maharashtra, they did it in Delhi, they did it in Bihar, and most recently they have done it in West Bengal. In the case of Assam, they had done it already in terms of gerrymandering and redoing the geographical nature and configuration of the assembly constituencies, So that had happened much before the election, and they had done similar electoral manipulation around the geographical boundaries of the constituencies in Jammu and Kashmir as well. So these are surgical strikes. These are surgical strikes on S.I.R. in state after state after state. Now they've started in Karnataka, they're going to do it in Telangana. So wherever the BJP has a strong state unit, and wherever the BJP senses that it can make a grab for power, it will resort to these tactics. And this is what we have, the 23 opposition parties, including the DMK and the Aam Aadmi Party, have written to the Honorable Chief Justice. It's a very detailed letter, 6-7 pages. We have raised concerns on S.I.R., the way the S.I.R. has been conducted and is being conducted, the blatantly partisan functioning of the Election Commission of India. And we have appealed to the conscience of the Supreme Court to exercise its moral and its judicial authority, its constitutional authority, to ensure that elections are free and fair and that there is a level playing field for all political parties. We hope that the Supreme Court will take note of the sentiments and suggestions of the 23 opposition parties, and we will continue to raise it when Parliament convenes, most probably on the 20th.
So like you have said, you don't trust Election Commission of India, you don't trust this entire exercise of S.I.R. But on the other side, we have also seen that how the Karnataka state unit, and specifically the Chief Minister, he himself has asked the people of Karnataka to participate in this exercise. In fact, he has also gone on to say that if you won't be there, if you won't be able to give votes, you won't be able to give benefits. So let's be very clear. There's no debate. It a dual stance?
There's no debate on the fact, the fundamental fact that elections in India, Indian citizens must vote. There's no dispute on that fact. It is this mass deletion that has taken place. See, when you do an S.I.R., you also add and you also delete. Right. How come you end up deleting 27 lakh voters from the electoral list, electoral roll in West Bengal? Most of whom, in fact, the preponderant majority of whom are Indian citizens. And now there is this wholly unreal debate taking place, manufactured to create chaos, so to speak, by the Modi government on whether the passport constitutes proof of citizenship. So, I mean, look, the fact that there must be electoral roll revisions periodically in a transparent manner in an accountable manner, there is no dispute on that. But the manner in which the S.I.R. is being implemented, the whole objective of the S.I.R. is to delete. You know, the Home Minister himself said, delete, detect, delete and deport.
Yeah.
I mean, so you've already made up your mind that you want to, what you're doing the S.I.R. for. Electoral roll revisions must take place, periodically, but it must take place in, with advanced intimation. There must be grievance redressal mechanisms, and those who have been wrongly or unjustifiably eliminated from the electoral roll must have every opportunity of showing that they have every reason to be in the electoral roll. This has not been the case in West Bengal. It's certainly not been the case in Bihar.
But giving this kind of a message that people won't be able to get the benefits from the government if they won't participate in this exercise, is it justified, sir? On your part, what is your comments upon it?
I don't want to make comments on individual statements. We are now talking about the way elections are conducted. We are talking about the role of the Election Commission. We are talking about the tactics that the BJP is adopting. The vote chori. Then we saw in the Rajya Sabha election in Madhya Pradesh, that is seat chori, where the returning officer was made to sign an order disqualifying my colleague Meenakshi Natarajan, wholly unjustifiable grounds. And now, in fact, we're filing an election petition in a day or two. And the way the Election Commission responded to our entreaties in our pleas, they didn't respond at all. We went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court said go to the Election Commission. The Election Commission kept quiet till the till the last day or the last moment was over, 5 p.m. and then they just kept quiet. And the BJP candidate was declared elected. So that was an blatant example of seat chori. So vote chori, seat chori, and of course now we have chanda chori going on in Ayodhya. So this is the reality of our democracy, which we have brought to the attention of the Honorable Chief Justice, and we hope that he takes note of the suggestions made by 23 recognized parties.
Political parties.
I stress the word recognized, because now we have an unrecognized political party which has become the second largest constituent of the NDA.
Okay.
Poor Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, who was the second largest, has been demoted to number 3, and Nitish Kumar, who was number 3, has been demoted to number 4. And an unrecognized political party, which was set up only 3 years ago, of whom nothing is known, suddenly has become the second largest party in the NDA coalition, the National Defectors Alliance.
Right. Really. So because we are talking about this matter now, the Parliament session is also going to begin this month. Last time the opposition was successfully defeated the delimitation bill, as it is being reported that the government is planning it to bring this bill in this session.
We didn't just defeat the government, we humiliated the Union Home Minister and the Prime Minister.
But what about this
on the 17th of April, they thought they could get a 2/3 majority. And 528 MPs were present. 2/3 of 528 works out to 352. They required 352 MPs to pass the delimitation bill, which was a constitutional amendment bill. They got 298. They were 54 short. Let's keep these numbers in mind. These are very important numbers. They were 54 short. Now, it was a humiliation. The Home Minister didn't expect this. You could see it on the face of the Prime Minister. You could see it on the face of the Home Minister. It's all bluff and bluster. They were trying to bluff their way out of a situation. They were humiliated. Opposition unity, opposition solidarity. And that's when Operation Lotus started. They broke the TMC, and they broke the Shiva Sena.
Because now they are inching closer to
They're at 324 now.
Yeah.
They are at 324 now. They have a long way to go, and they will not reach the 2/3 majority, I can assure you. We are united. We have solidarity. Every opposition party is against the manner in which delimitation has been done in different states. I gave you 2 examples of Assam and Jammu and Kashmir. they will do their best to get these delimitation bill, the constitutional amendment bill passed. But the real, see, in the 2024 election, what was the election slogan of the Prime Minister and the BJP? 400 par, 400 par, 400 par. Why? Why 400 par? So that they can get 2/3 majority in order to basically redo the Constitution of India from first principles, change the basic structure of the Constitution itself. But the people rejected it. Mr. Modi didn't get a majority. He got only 240. He was a minority prime minister for his third innings. He was a minority innings. Without Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar, he wouldn't have been prime minister. And he has not been even elected by the BJP parliamentary party. It was not even convened. It was the NDA. Leaders was who convened, and he got the imprint, the seal of approval from them, and then he became a prime minister for a third time. So these games that are being played, and the Home Minister is past master at playing psychological games. These are all psychops. He's trying to intimidate the opposition. Well, I'm going to get 2/3 majority. I'm going to break this party. I'm going to rediscover some unrecognized political parties that have been set up. And you sit there. He parks these defector MPs in these unrecognized political parties. We are not intimidated. We are working.
Because we are talking about elections, and now the assembly elections in the state of Uttar Pradesh is coming in. The biggest issue there in the state is of Ayodhya donation scam.
Yes,
and Congress party has been continuously raising this matter. But are you actually satisfied with the investigation which is being done by the SIT there? And another question which is there, sir.
It's a complete collapse of the system. It's a complete collapse. To imagine that the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, by the way, have maintained complete silence, stony silence. All the appointments have been made with their full information, their full backing, their full knowledge. This is the RSS ecosystem. All the people who were involved in the trusts that have indulged in all these malpractices and malfeasance. So it is Chanda Chori, complete Chanda Chori.
So Champat Rai's name, because it is not being mentioned in the FIR, and in fact he is not being arrested till now.
He's a pillar.
Yeah.
He's a pillar of the RSS ecosystem. One of the pillars of the RSS ecosystem. So look, they've used Lord Ram cynically in a diabolical manner. They've always used the Ram Mandir, the Ram Janmabhoomi movement was nothing to do with spirituality, nothing to do with religion per se, faith per se, but it was a political mobilization. It was the abuse, I wouldn't say it's the use of religion in politics, it was the abuse of religion in politics. We are a religious society. We respect all religions. We are a multi-religious society. But the way they used the Ram Mandir issue, and they stand brutally exposed, and the Prime Minister, who speaks on every subject under the sun, whenever he gets an opportunity, he is completely silent when it comes to the scams that have come into prominence.
But the Chief Minister...
It is Chanda Chori. The Chief Minister is silent.
Chief Minister is saying, sir, in fact, a counter-attack he has made is upon the Congress and the Samajwadi Party.
He should be looking at what has happened in his own backyard, what has happened in front of his own eyes, what has happened in his own system, his own colleagues.
But how would you respond to his attack? He is basically stating that Congress never participated in any of the ceremonies. The Congress was not there in the consecration ceremony.
That's not the issue. The issue is Chanda was collected. Many people gave willing donations. Some people were coerced into giving donations. But donations they collected in the name of the temple, this Ram temple. That's the real issue. They're trying to divert away from the issue that is taking place, which is the Chanda Chori issue. And obviously they're going to try to divert attention because they've been brutally exposed. They stand exposed. And how can the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, not take action? How can they not take the strictest possible action? And frankly now, after all this exposures and all this information has come out in sensational detail, even the State Bank of India has given a statement that they had alerted that this was happening 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Why were they quiet? So the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, the Chief Minister, they're all complicit in this.
Do you believe that a judicial inquiry is required here?
Well, certainly a judicial inquiry is the barest minimum, it should be carried out, strictest possible action. But frankly, to us at least, and many of my colleagues have highlighted this in UP and also in our national press conferences. Priyanka ji has also spoken on this. The fact of the matter is that, look, you portrayed this temple, you portrayed this movement as reflective of the faith of Indians, and you have betrayed that faith. You've allowed the scam to happen.
Sir, in fact, you have also, raising a lot of questions upon the foreign policy of this country. You are making this allegation that it is a complete failure the way in which Pakistan has played the role of a mediator.
I mean, look at the new international respectability and influence that Pakistan has had after the 10th of May. You have President Trump, the good friend of Mr. Narendra Modi, embracing Field Marshal Munir, the man whose provocative statements provided the essential backdrop to the horrific terror attacks in Pahalgam on the 22nd of April 2025, is a certain hero to the American establishment, the military establishment and the political establishment. The memorandum of understanding between Iran and the US is called the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding. I just can't imagine how Pakistan suddenly has emerged such a major pivot in regional and global strategic policy. It's a complete failure. And this was a country that was described as a dalal by our foreign minister, very erudite, very learned, very dapper foreign minister. He dismissed it as a dalal. And what do we have to show for the Prime Minister's huglomacy? He keeps getting awards. He manages somehow a lot of maneuvering that takes place to get awards from all these different countries, in which those countries' spelling is also misspelled. So that these are last-minute concoctions, like we saw in the Seychelles. But I just can't imagine. The Prime Minister has broken the consensus and continuity in foreign policy. The blind devotion that he has shown to Israel. He was in Israel 2 days before Israel and America attacked Tehran. We kept completely quiet, maintained total silence when the Supreme Leader was assassinated, targeted. It was a targeted assassination by the Israelis and the Americans. We kept quiet. We have not said one word on the genocide in Gaza. We have not said one word on the displacement of lakhs and lakhs of Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. We have blind devotion, andh-bhakt, as they say. This is andh-bhakti that we are showing to Israel. I mean, so the very basis of foreign policy, the continuity and consensus in foreign policy, which Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a practitioner of. He always used to say, I've heard him say so many times in Parliament, that if there's one issue on which we must have consensus and continuity and respect for our tradition and values, it's foreign policy. And look at the way Mr. Modi has completely changed the very essentials, foundations of our foreign policy. But what do we have to show in result? Capitulation to China? He gives a clean check to China on the 19th of June 2020. Then after that, there is calibrated capitulation.
So let's focus on Pakistan first, because you have been demanding that it should be declared. There should be pressure upon the international forum that.
But what is the policy on Pakistan? You have Dattatreya Huzbale saying something. Yeah. You have 3 top RSS leaders.
Not just
you have Ram Madhav saying something. I mean, what is our policy on Pakistan?
But not just them, sir. In fact, today itself, some of the India bloc leaders, including Farooq Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti, in fact, your own leader has also written a letter. 100 people have written a letter to the Prime Minister of India as well as to Pakistan, asking them to once again, for the resumption of the normal visa services, to once again start considering of having an international relations, maintaining that international relations with Pakistan. So, what is your stand upon it? Because this is completely in contradiction to what you are saying.
This is look. The Prime Minister Modi should have a discussion. Pakistan policy, like foreign policy, whether it's China, whether it's Pakistan, this has to be discussed with opposition parties. You have to have a serious discussion. You can't have a discussion on foreign policy through the media or through television or on social media. These are very serious issues. You got to have back channel diplomacy. You got to have, different people talking to different people across the countries. You know what I mean? Engagement. But what is your fundamental premise? Your fundamental premise was that we must isolate Pakistan because it is continuing to sponsor, orchestrate, support terrorism in India, of which Pahalgam. You had Mumbai attack, and then subsequently there were other attacks, and then there was Pahalgam. But that same Pakistan today enjoys a global standing and influence, which is completely the reverse of what India has wanted, politically and diplomatically.
But are you in support of these back channel talks or any engagements?
No,
Your own party leader, Manish
as a Congress party, we want a measured, responsible discussion in Parliament.
Okay.
We have not had one discussion, no discussion has been allowed in Parliament on foreign policy challenges. I have made so many attempts. Many of my colleagues have given notices for debates on border issue with China. We have not had any discussion on border issue with China. No. We had a discussion on Sindoor, but that was an occasion, to beat your own chest on Sindoor. And you saw what the defense minister said in Parliament. He said we had suffered no casualties, and now that has been proven to be wrong. 6 people were martyred, of our armed forces. Whereas the defense minister gave a completely different picture.
But that clarification has been given by the ministry, sir.
A privilege motion has been moved against him by my senior colleague, Mr. K. Venugopal. Yeah, he has moved after.
No, after that only a clarification has been given by the defense ministry.
Let him respond.
That it was selectively being taken
No,
up.
there's no selectivity. He has moved a privilege motion. Let him answer. I've also heard what he said. I've heard what he said in the Rajya Sabha as well. Anyway, the question that you ask me, what is our stand? Let's understand first what is the government stand. Let us understand what the government stand is. We want to live in peace. We want to live in harmony. We want to have economic engagement with everybody. That's been our traditional position, right? But today we find ourselves in a position where we are asking questions. Please let us know what is your foreign policy, what is your foreign economic strategy in the neighborhood, in the region, across the world. We have no opportunities for discussing this in Parliament. No opportunities.